When it comes to premium sedans that don't scream for attention or look excessively blinged out, Lexus does it right. This is the Lexus IS. It's the brand's smallest non-hybrid sedan, and it's intended to compete with models from Audi, Infiniti, Mercedes, Acura, and others, though at a glance it's actually pretty modest. There's almost no chrome, no excessive ornamentation, no giant wheels, and heck, the grille isn't even designed to frighten small children. The tester was even painted silver, one of the most modest colors going. So it looks like where flying first class under the radar is concerned, this Lexus IS makes plenty of sense. And I do definitely mean flying. See, despite the relatively understated execution of this car, engineers have held nothing back under the hood. You will want a radar detector. Subtle clues give this machine's performance away. Look closely and you'll see high-performance xenon lights, ducts that cool the front brakes, a wide stance, and a dual exhaust system. So two things you need to know. First, that is a 3.5-liter 4-cam Lexus V6 with variable cam and intake systems. It's rated, perhaps somewhat modestly, at 306 horsepower. Translation, it's got some serious jam. Second, the IS is a compact car, meaning it's relatively small, relatively light, and that it's got the power-to-weight ratio of a model rocket. As such, I'd love to show you a selection of exhaust sounds and sporty driving, and I will, but the boss says I've got to talk about the interior first. Aside from some metallic trim, the cabin was basically modest, plain, and very dark, but still upscale and sophisticated. In typical Lexus fashion, it's trimmed gorgeously, assembled impeccably, and mainly easy to use. Extra points for the very comfortable seats, powerful Mark Levinson audio system, and good all-around visibility. Navigation, Bluetooth, and even heated, chilled, and motorized front seats were on board. The instrument cluster is another great-looking piece of work. Not only is it precise and elegant, but drivers can even preset orange warning indicators that come on at their desired RPM or speed. There are paddle shifters to control the 6-speed automatic, though the transmission does what it feels like regardless of driver inputs, so they're pretty much useless. There's adequate at-hand storage for smaller items, but headroom is tight for those over about 5'11", and fitting 4 big adults on board will be snug. Oh, and the trunk is relatively generous and even trimmed just as nicely as the cabin. So the performance. Watch this thing get off the line. You probably noticed that the IS350 didn't vaporize its tires, and that's because for the first time ever, Lexus has offered this up-level V6 engine with their all-wheel drive system, so traction isn't an issue. If you're interested, a smaller V6 with rear-wheel drive is standard, and there's a V8-powered extreme performance version called the ISF, available with over 400 ponies. But with 306 horsepower driving all fours in the tester's compact and tight little package, the driving thrills are plentiful. On a handling circuit, it felt lively and nimble, and behaved like a stable and predictable rear-drive car at its limit. It's delightfully sensitive to weight transfer, has plenty of juice to fling itself out of corners, and a responsive and precise feel for the steering and brakes. Some will find the ride just a touch stiff, but handling and performance enthusiasts will just love it. Alright, so one of the most impressive things about this IS350 all-wheel drive is its split personality, because on the one hand, if you're not in much of a hurry, you can get in, drive it gently, sit back, relax. It's a little bit tight inside, but also very refined, comfortable, and relaxing. On the other hand, if you want to drop the hammer and have some fun with it, it has got tons of performance, and it's very responsive. This is a proper Japanese sleeper luxury hot rod sedan if one ever existed. And listen to that. Gripes? Actually, not really. As a compact luxury performance sedan, this thing works very well, and aside from limited space and headroom, there's really not much to complain about. Best part, the wife doesn't have to know it's such a missile. The Lexus IS range starts at a modest 33,000 with this 306 horsepower all-wheel drive model coming in for about 45. Thanks for watching.